listeners.
Morning.
Today I would like to tell about the human rights. Basically, my topic is a little bit same with Jonathan, but I will explain more about the definition, the history, and also the characteristic of human rights itself. Formally, the idea of setting human rights. The idea of setting human rights present at the same time with the birth of United Nations, but haven't reached an agreement between the countries. The idea was sparked because it is affected by atrocities that occurred during the Second World War, where the Adolf Hitler with a sadistic conduct against the massacre of millions of Jews in ways that are very inhuman. And after the World War II, the community of the world has intention to create a rule that can protect the human's life. And let's move to the definition. According to the United Nations, the human rights are rights inherent to all the human beings and without exception. And as we know about a little bit history of the human rights and also the definition, in the next minute we will also learn about the characteristics of the human rights itself. I have 4 big points for the characteristics. The first one, universal and inalienable. Universal means the poor, the rich, the smart people, dumb people, or even the people with disabilities have the same human rights. And we shouldn't take the others' human right except the person have a trouble with the law. For example, the prisoner who has been in prison for the murder case, maybe some of their human rights are restricted. For example, she or he doesn't allow to live freely outside because it would endanger the human's life of others. The second one is interdependent and indivisible. We cannot live only with one aspect of rights, such as only cultural rights or social or economic, but we also need the rights of civil and political, such as freedoms of speech and rights to life or equality before the law. And also we need to have a collective right, such as right to develop ourselves. And then the second characteristic is equality and non-discrimination. Basically, the human rights apply equally for all people, whether there are older people, younger people, rich people, poor people, they are all the same. They have the same human rights in terms of education, economic, social, cultural, except the person that I said before, the person that have a trouble with the law, they have restricted human rights. And the last one, human rights also entail both rights and obligation. We know that all of the people have the same human rights, and we must aware that we have obligation to respect of others' rights, such as we doesn't allow to do murder and anything else. We doesn't allow to violate the others' rights. And before I finish my presentation, I finally like to say that in fact human rights, human rights were absolutely possessed by humans since they were in war. Because the nature of the human right itself is interdependent, inalienable, universal, indivisible, applied equally and non-discrimination, and we also have obligation to respect the others' rights. That's all. Thank you.